governor that allows WIKE to bring, he said he's going to bring in fire in their states. Any state governor that allows such to happen in the states is misfit. He's not qualified to be a state governor.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of What's Trending on the Perennials talk show. I still remain Chibike Israel, and with me in the studio today we have a very distinguished guest. Of course, you all know him. He said he'd rather be addressed as a political enthusiast instead of a politician.
APC member.
The honorable APC member, Mr. Charles. And we also have my co-host in the studio, Miss Blessing. All right, Mr. Charles, a lot have been trending in the political hemisphere and atmosphere of the country, and different situations arising, especially from the side of the political jagabans, the ABJ people. Yes, WIKE. On his recent address made a comment. He said that he's going to bring crisis to the states of governors who wants to change the political structure of the PDP in Rivers State. And it has got a lot of people talking, that why would he bring out such threat to people? There are people who are trying to make the states better, and you are saying you are going to raise up crisis in their own states because they are trying to make PDP a better party in Rivers State. What do you have to say about this, Mr. Charlie?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Perennials talk show. I want to also say thank you to the crew for having me here today.
You're welcome.
Best of all, before I proceed, I must have to say that any state governor that allows WIKE to bring, he said he's going to bring in fire in their states. Any state governor that allows such to happen in the states is misfit. He's not qualified to be a state governor. In fact, the WIKE has been a threat to the PDP. WIKE has remained, in fact, it has remained a disturbing factor that I don't know they cannot do away with. He has continued to destabilize the party, has continued to do things that, in fact, are against the constitution of their party. But yet you see him in PDP, waxing strong, trying to even placing a hand on Rivers State as a way of claiming a political structure, even apart from Rivers State, Nigeria at large, claiming the structure of PDP in the country. Well, it's funny how he's left, but we still have an undertone of the reason why he's still there. It is because WIKE is a kind of a person that once he wants to get something, he goes for that thing squarely. He goes for it with his finances, with strength. That is why you still see him in, even with the fact that he has been given a ministerial position in the Tinubu administration, you still see him in remaining in the party, defending the party in some fronts. And that is the kind of person he is, and that is the kind of person the PDP don't want to lose. If you check, it is north and south. If you check, there is nobody in the south now, as it stands now, that has the kind of doggedness WIKE has when it comes to political experience in the country. Who are you going to mention? Who has that deep pocket? Who has the will to bring out his finances to sponsor a party?
So does that mean that, irrespective of the fact that he's causing, because we cannot even place hand on which political party WIKE belongs to.
Yes.
We have him siding the ruling party of the APC, and you still have him as a PDP member. It was the party members. Does it mean that they are comfortable having such a political? To me, with the thing that he displays, I'll be forced to call it political thuggery. Does it mean that the party is comfortable to have such things happen in their party and such a person leading their party?
What happened was that Tinubu, in fact, was not concerned about party, when he took up the mantle of the presidency of the country. He was concerned about the competency of somebody who he feels can deliver. So he went across party line.
Who rigged PH for him?
He went across party line. He went across party line and brought in WIKE. In fact, who had it that he sent a letter across the party that he wanted somebody from their party to form his government. And according to WIKE, he said that the party assented. That is why you did not see an undertone during his ministerial nomination. Everybody was just it was after.
Well, in that I commend Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on that.
I don't.
You know why I commend him on that. Nigeria is supposed to be one country. So when it comes to the political system, we have to have a situation whereby the leadership of this country has to be void of political partisanship. You understand? Whereby you appoint, as a president, you can appoint someone from the PDP, you can appoint someone from the Labour Party, you can appoint someone from ABGA, to form your political.
I have something to say. I have something to say about that. I believe he's trying to avoid opposition party fight because he knows if he did not give WIKE a position, WIKE is a man that will bring his regime down. Because WIKE has that power, WIKE has that aura, you understand? So Leaf is wanted to bring everybody together. No, that's not the case. Yeah. Because see what they are telling Alex Oti in Aba now. Can't you see when that man came out and said that Labour Party will not win the governorship election, that he must be APC member. So if it's about party being together, then why would someone in APC come and make such bold statements?
Well,
these are the issues. So he bought Tinubu, the president of Nigeria right now, bought WIKE. He bought him because he knows that he is the one in PDP that can fight him. And one thing about a democratic government is the opposition party needs to have a say. It's not everything that Tinubu does that is good. So that is the reason we have opposition party, to be able to criticize. But when you now buy party members, at the end of the day, nobody will say anything, whether you are doing the right thing or wrong. Nobody has that ground to say, which I know WIKE would have stood his ground and be able to fight hand in hand whenever he's doing something wrong. But you don't buy him now, everything is monetized. I don't blame anybody.
Let me say so. Yes, we acknowledge the fact that WIKE has some levels of political doggedness, but not as powerful to maybe disturb the president.
Oh, but he can say something. He can
he can only talk. But he's not as powerful as to. In fact, whatever WIKE is going to do in this administration is just a storm in a teacup. It cannot do anything.
We don't know that yet because he has been bought, so we cannot see that scenario play out.
So the reason why the PDP are still leaving WIKE, because if they allow WIKE remain in the party, is that if they leave WIKE, who are they holding on to? Who are they in the south? It's not an south.
So does that mean there is no person who is competent enough to lead the People's Democratic Party?
People are competent enough.
Okay.
They have the Damagun as their acting national chairman. In fact, there's an undertone that Damagun should be removed. That because he has left WIKE in the party. But if you take away WIKE, if you suspend WIKE in the party, who is going to take care of the south?
This suggests that some areas of the party is not in support of WIKE, and they want him to be removed.
Yes. If you are the hem of affairs of the party, you know the role WIKE will play. The only thing it's going to take is for a day of reconciliation. And once that day of reconciliation comes, you see that all of them will come back together and get one front. And everything will be in the past. So if you are maybe too aggrieved, you are in a hurry to take away WIKE, you are in a hurry to suspend WIKE, you are in a hurry to push WIKE to the opposition party. When the ships are down, who are you going to use for your own front?
I'm actually curious though, what is exactly WIKE's job?
Okay, thank you very much. I
believe it's just the financial aspect.
No. Apart from that, people have different nature.
Oh.
Some persons have been governor, and after they are governor, that is the end of their story in politics. But some persons are fervent. Some persons want to remain. Some persons want to see
like WIKE.
Yeah, some persons want to see things change. Apart from WIKE, there were other governors that were with him during his tenure as a governor. But where are they? So
those ones are not power drunk.
No, that is what I'm saying. In politics, it is this side and the other side. you need some of these persons that are you consider power drunk. Why? Because once you see them as power drunk, they do more things to win power for you. So if you want to, the Igbo that says Bodi can or you know, as number say or Zibia. You know that kind of a thing. Yes. So that is what they are trying to.
So let me believe WIKE is the one that does the dirty job for them in PDP. So that's why they cannot let him go. That's what you're saying now.
Not dirty job. It's somebody who is consistent, who is persistent. If it is finances, some persons will love a party, but bringing out their finances is a different thing. Some persons will love the party. You get, but they cannot go extremes to do things. But WIKE is the kind of person that
who can go the extreme.
Yes, can go extreme.
Doing some
well, I can't. It has not been established. I can't establish that now. But WIKE is somebody the PDP wants, and people at the Home of Affairs know about this. They are people.
So it was their secrets. Nobody can remove it.
Not even secrets. They are only holding up to WIKE because of the South. There are so many persons in the North that
with the way things are going and with the way you speak, it's so obvious that if WIKE leaves the People's Democratic Party, that the party is going to fall.
Look at it. Look at his their secret.
You know,
if WIKE leaves the People's Democratic Party now, it means that, look at the implication. It means that the People's Democratic Party are most likely going to lose the South.
Okay.
What does that mean? River State will be gone. You understand? Because take it or leave it, WIKE still have his supporters in River State. WIKE is still holding sway in River State, whether you like it or not. WIKE, in fact, it is still questionable if Fubara is going to return for a second time. WIKE is somebody that can, in fact, employ, if it is possible, federal powers because it's closer to the president.
Yes.
So you want to toy with such kind of persons? What do you expect?
But adding to that, Ebonyi State Governor moved from PDP. He was the PDP chairman, PDP head in Ebonyi State before he became a governor. And after he became a governor, he had to move to APC. And you know that when he moved to APC, the whole local government, House of Assembly that are with him moved to APC alongside with him. So what is stopping WIKE from making such move? Do you understand? Why is it? The problem is why is it still when they can move people all together to APC? I will say don't want to do that.
WIKE is a party man.
Okay.
WIKE is a party.
He believes in his party.
Yes, he believes in his party. Okay. He believes he can achieve whatever he wants to achieve, as it stands now. In fact, going by what he has been saying, as it stands now. So if he does that, nothing will happen. But the PDP will not want that thing to happen. They are only waiting for a day to reconcile with WIKE so that they can continue to hold sway in River State and hold sway in the South.
Oh, so PDP needs him more than he needs
yes, them. If you are in a hurry to suspend WIKE, what happens to the South? Will Fubara give you the political fact? Can Fubara stamp his feet politically?
No.
Talking about Fubara, why has it been a hard nut to crack for WIKE in River State? You know, we have when the issue was still arising, we had a lot of comments, a lot of talks from WIKE and his supporters, and we felt that by now Fubara was having overthrown in River State.
You cannot take the fact that he's the governor.
Yes.
He's the most powerful person in the state. You cannot take away that fact.
That power is still there.
So whatever you want to do, he must try to puncture whatever plan you have. In fact, the presidency is also interested in Fubara, if you don't know. Why? Because there's a tendency that maybe Fubara will feel that the PDP has become so hot for him and he can move to APC.
Yes.
So everybody is, in fact, Fubara is a
hot cake.
Yes. Oh. So that is why even as WIKE is pressuring, trying to bring in some other persons to come and fight Fubara, the persons he's bringing in, be it federal might or whatever, is soft pedaling. Why? Because they want him to even pressure him to come to APC.
Come to APC. So it's like a mind game. They are playing on him.
Yes.
So I wanted to address what Mr. Israel said about. I think you said about Tinubu wanted to include this one, that one. So if it's about party this, party that, if you already said it, that Tinubu somehow is interested in Fabulu, wanted him to join the APC. So if you want somebody to join your party or your party member to be in such position, then it's not about including other opposition parties. So just like you are trying to say, they are trying to be including this one and that one.
Well, I want to comment him because whatever thing that we are saying here is just mere speculation. You know, it's causing assumption that if he's trying to play games, that is causing assumption. But in the eyes of the people, he is doing the right thing in democracy. You know, trying to involve other parties. You know, let it not be that it's just APC that's the real party. Okay, APC will be in all
low key underground, we know the games they play. You know, they're trying to frustrate someone and make that person move to their party. We know all these things. Well, but in the face of Nigeria, they will not want to say it.
Like I said, it's an assumption. But for the fact that we have an APC and a PDP member in the ministerial seat, and if by peradventure he comes in again and brings in a Labour Party member, appoints him and brings in an African member and appoints him. We
are having that position. Are you not here during the election period? We know how many votes Wike gave APC during the election. We know he worked hard. He paid for those standard seats that he is sitting right now.
He might decide to appoint to be and give you 1 minute.
He cannot. Oh yeah, let them start. Let them start right now by allowing the other state governor to at least run his second term and win, because I know he will win. We'll see. In
Abia State, the deputy speaker, who is what's his name, Kanwabi, was only being a party man. He's only trying to tell you that as an APC member, I cannot be in the National Assembly and my party is run by an opposition party.
Your state,
yes, his state. Sorry, thank you very much. His state, and with the fact that that state has been receiving large allocations from the federal government.
Which is supposed to be so, it doesn't have to be party.
Excuse me. Okay. There are interventions that come too, which in fact the state governments are enjoying. But he's not having it because the accolades are now given to the Labour Party governor. So, giving a picture that the Labour Party is doing well.
Yes.
Without acknowledging the fact that somebody gives this money.
Which is the normal allocation that is necessary for the state.
He's always trying to say that, yes, this is a Labour Party state, but the major funding of this state, the major funds that come for the development of this state is coming from the federal. Excuse me, he's saying so because he brought in he proposed in fact he was the person that initiated the Southeast Development Commission. Once it comes to operation, all these things, and once the development begins to come, he is not having it because ultimately the progress will be attributed to the effectiveness of the state governors that are not members of the APC. And it will seem as if the Labour Party is doing well, not giving accolades to who the accolades.
So it's accolades that these are the issues.
He's been a party man. That he cannot be in the National Assembly.
He stated all that
as the number 4 citizen
in his video. He stated all that everything that's been gotten through the state is through him, through the APC.
I am forced. Like I always want to say that I am forced to believe that you are an APC member. Despite the fact that you always want to dodge that fact. Now, coming to the ruling party, because of our time, coming to the ruling party, we have a situation whereby the new coach of Super Eagles that was appointed, he came up and said that he had to quit a few days after his appointment. And what was his reason? He said that some senators and politicians, they are telling him to give him 10% of his salary. And if he doesn't do that, they are going to frustrate his career as a coach. And he has to quit. And this is the political, and I want to believe that this is the ruling party doing this. What do you have to say in regards to frustrating the people that want to make the country better in the area of sports?
Thank you very much. There's the problem we have in the country. We need an overhauling of our attitude. We need an attitudinal change. If you go to the National Assembly, it is a composition of different parties. not peculiar to the APC alone. It's a component of so many parties. He did not specify the senator that asked him to bring money. You get? He did not specify the person that asked him to bring money. But he mentioned that it is politicians. It can be any, it can be across the line.
It will be you, sir.
It cannot be me. So they mentioned. He mentioned that the politicians asking for money, the senators are asking for 10% of the salary. All these things are just in fact the level of corruption in the country among individuals. Persons are individually corrupt. It's not about party. Okay, let's look at this. Look at it this way.
Okay.
They bought presidential jobs. Some persons said it's not necessary.
It is not.
Thank you very much. How many persons in the Labour Party that are in the National Assembly stood up against that? We voted for them because we wanted change. How many persons?
Is it not the woman that stood up that our state president abused her? And I was like, woman, you have a state. They started dragging him online. He has to come and apologize.
Excuse me. The question is, it's not about majority. Did we hear your voice? What did you say when it was happening? They said that your salaries are too much, that your allowances are too much. How many of the Labour Party candidates that we said we are messiahs that are coming to save the country in the National Assembly, how many of them have stood up to say, okay, yes, from today, let our salary be divided?
Some say it. We see videos of some of them say we don't need an increment of salary.
No, not an increment. They said the money is too much.
It should be divided.
Yes. How many of them? Excuse me. How many of them have stood up in that National Assembly to say that, Mr. President, divide our salary? It's too much. We only say it here. We elected them in our various political enclaves as our representatives to the National Assembly. They came from our various. Tinubu did not produce this. We elected them. We produced them from our various wards and local government to the National Assembly. So how many of these persons you trusted and gave that mantle of that position of a senator has been able to stand up in the National Assembly to even cry for you? To say, Mr. President, these allowances are too much. Why not reduce it by so percent? Mr. President, this presidential jet will condemn in all totality. Not once coming to various media houses or Facebook handles to place the gallery. And the name of that, they will now, after doing meeting, they will now come and say, it's not necessary. But come to the National Assembly and say it. How many of these the operations will go into the operations will go in this country? How many of them have been able to stand up and condemn it in the National Assembly?
Let's say it.
It's not about saying it. How did you say it? Is it about raising emotion?
Now is how you say it.
No. Hypocritically, not. I can say, Mr. President, Ms. B said she's hungry, and I sit down. What is the effort?
Wait. The last time that Senator Akpabio was attacked, do you know the reason why he was attacked? One of the senators, the lady in Abuja, stood up against him. Even Nyesom Wike attacked her to some extent. But that senator said derogatory things and make it a women thing that Gistlover had to start posting list of women that Senator Akpabio has slept with. That he has to come out and apologize because he made a statement. Trying to downplay her as a woman.
He said that this is not a nice club.
Yes, trying to downplay her as a woman when she's trying to make a statement.
Why will he use such assertion in the National Assembly?
They started dragging me.
Even if he feels that the woman is becoming unmotivated, that he's not supposed to say that is derogatory to say this is not the nightclub, as if he sees her in the nightclub. You understand the point? So amongst these ones,
she stood up and she was attacked because she's a woman. And even if you trace back to statement, Nyesom Wike also made a statement because the woman is always standing up trying to do what's right.
The question of the statement of Nyesom Wike, that one was a struggle for hegemony in Abuja. Who controls? So,
Mr. Charlie, yes, it's very normal with parties, to be defensive of their.
It's a normal thing they do.
sometimes
it's allowed.
What we'll do is try to put things in proper perspective. Because once you get things in proper perspective, you at least you know how to follow it.
But do you know that the people you call that we elected, in the National Assembly, the ones from the Labour Party, the ones from ABGA or any other political party, these are minorities, in the House of Assembly, and with the power of the ruling party, they can be muted.
I'm not against
they can be muted.
I'm not against that.
So we should not also shoot from that part, that reality.
I'm not against that. At least say,
because
they say it. That's the point. They
who
say it.
You
said the way they say it is not good.
Listen.
They say they talk.
I'm coming.
You might say the way they say it is not good.
Apart from the APC and the Labour Party and the PDP. There are other people. In fact, APC members stand up to move some motion that are hypocritical. They try to say it just to beat up the emotions of their constituent members, to feel they are doing something for them.
Exactly.
Do you know that the person representing, in fact, some of the persons that are elected as senators in the just concluded elections has not even stood up in the National Assembly up 3 times to make motion. Excuse me, you elected someone to go and represent you.
Can I make a reference?
Excuse me. Some of them don't even come. Some of them that come have not stand up to move 3 motions in the National Assembly.
That is very bad.
They feel.
It's very bad.
Thank you very much. I'm coming. They feel they are not concerned. They are not concerned, but we elected them.
They are not concerned. That's another thing to say.
We elected them, and on a daily basis, we sing praises for them. If you hear that one senator is coming to Enugu now, you will see a group of Ogene boys who arrange themselves, go there and begin to play Ogene for age. Our women will tie their wrapper.
For China. For China.
Our women will come with their yes, and begin to sing praise for these persons. Then once this bad government comes, we blame the president. We forget that we have persons in the National Assembly that receive allocations and constituency allowances that are pocketing this money.
Charlie, I am with you in this aspect, and that's a call.
This whole thing, this thing again started with the Sports Nigeria Super Eagles coach. That was, that's what brought he's talking about this thing again. So I have something to say. I feel like this is that statement is more like him trying to shift the blame on him, because that particular coach is being complained that he doesn't know how to.
Look at what
I'm not talking about political aspects now. I was active during that time that he was appointed, and he had issue with our Nigerian players. He was not even good, and some people that saw his set, the way he positioned them, say that this man doesn't know what he's doing. So aside from telling him to bring down % or whatsoever from senators, I feel like that's just a mere excuse. I feel like it's not necessary, because people that have seen him, how we relate with players, say that this man is not good. He has problem with Victor. Some of those players were happy that he resigned, because we're taking issue with everybody.
I feel that.
So I feel like this one is just an excuse, mere excuse on his side, because some people that walked him say he's not good.
If he wasn't
not qualified.
If he wasn't good enough, if he wasn't qualified, he wouldn't be appointed in the first place.
That is the way they're demanding for 10%, because the appointment was on who know who. You know all these things.
Personally,
why person gonna demand for money for you if you qualify a position they give you?
Personally,
so they put it there because who know who, and they demand money because you don't qualify to be there.
I don't want to begin to question the veracity of what he said, but because I know that there is corruption in the land.
Yes.
And I don't want that tag of corruption to be particular to any political party.
Okay.
It is a cross-party line. That is why I brought in the instance of Labour Party members that has gone there and has not said anything. In fact, their presence has not been felt in their various constituencies since they went to the National Assembly. I can begin to give you examples, but I don't want to begin to, before they say I'm defaming people. Even in the constituency where we are sitting now, I can give you tell you the stories of the young man that is there. He may not return, unfortunately,
because it's not.
Or he may migrate.
That some of them are migrating. So who is fully?
It's very obvious that many of them will migrate from the party to other parties so that to maintain their position.
What we need in this country is an attitudinal change.
Yes, and start from president. We need people to be.
No, excuse me. What I mean is, attitudinal I mean is this: our selection process, our recruitment
starting
process.
from the top.
How do we recruit?
If the top is corrupt, the bottom does what?
Excuse me. How do we recruit local government chairman? How do we recruit House of Assembly members? How do we recruit our governors? How do we recruit our National Assembly members? Something happened where Adams Oshomole was slamming or was criticizing the wife of Obaseki for not having a child. And this is the person that is championing a recruitment process in Edo State, somebody who is in the forefront of bringing a governor that will take over from Obaseki. He doesn't have empathy. Why will you come publicly to tell us that this person is childless and they are both in their 60s? Does such person have empathy? These are the kind of minds you need to have to hold palliative. If you don't have that kind of mind, you cannot hold palliative.
All of them want palliative all of them.
And people will cry, you don't feel.
PDP, ABC,
so you don't feel what you're not concerned about the next person. You just want to say it. You don't care what happens. The consequences you're not concerned about. And he's championing the recruitment process in this state, the APC candidate. So at the end of the day, the guy emerges. If the guy emerges at the end of the day, what do you expect? Okay, he wants the empathy to now come from heaven. And let me tell you, people are drumming support. People are drumming. No. Okay, if for instance during the election, if people will not sacrifice their rights on the altar of 5,000 naira, on the altar of 10,000.
And the other my person is from Yoruba.
Thank you very much. At least we are a step.
Now my religious person.
At least we are in a step in the right direction. If you can be very careful to elect House of Assembly members, local government chairman, and National Assembly members that will go there and impeach the president if it begins to go south.
That can stand.
If you cannot be careful enough to do that recruitment, excuse me, what do you expect? Okay, you now want the president to now begin to do magic from
heaven. So I don't like this level.
It is not that president. The country, we are run by 3 arms. The presidency, the executive, yes, the judiciary, and the legislature.
And
all of them perform oversight functions.
We will have to come to that judiciary with the new appointment of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, but that will be on our next discussion, and I will have to invite you again because I have to go back and make a lot of research so that we can be able to have so much question for you. But because of our time, we'll have to come to the end of this show this morning. We are so much happy.
So are you an APC member? Can you answer?
He has been declining that question for a long time. But would you know? Maybe by 2027 we will know. We will know where you belong. All right. We have to come to the end of this segment of the World's Trending on the Perennials Talk Show, and we'll have Mr. Charles, who has been declining to be addressed as a politician, but rather we address him as a political integral. Thank you so much for having you in studio this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm also happy seeing you.
Thank you.
I saw the DG smiles.
She has been meeting you. She has been saying, when will Charlie come again? I thought you were going to come again. Yeah. I will expect you to come next time.
Thank you so much.